All right, guys, here we are again. We are playing against Chinese Petroleum again, another game that we should win. Heavily rotated side. You've heard me say that a lot. We do still have Menagong in there, so there is him. There is that. But other than Menagong, this is mostly a team that I think we can afford to play sort of here at the end of the week before our next big game of the AFC Cup. Victory here doesn't win us the league, but it brings us really, really close. I mean, we're really basically already to the point where we have the league won unless something crazy happens. And here we are in blue. This should be a victory for us. This is against a rather sparse home crowd, though it's looking bigger. If you go back to the beginning of the save, or beginning of this part of the save, when I moved over, he wasn't offside, wasn't even close. When I moved over to Mars FC, if you look back to that, you'll see that our crowds at the beginning were very, very small. So we've definitely done a lot to get people interested in this club. But then the other question is how many people in Taiwan are actually interested in football. Most people don't even know that it's played there. Chen Jianyang back to Liu Chunjie, and there's a good pass up and over to Yang Weijie, who takes a shot, and unfortunately is not able to score. But that's good. That gives me a good feeling about what is to come. So still 0-0. Cotter Bamba is looking very tired, and we have a problem in that we don't quite have enough defenders, and that's kind of the way that it's working here. Liu Chunjie goes back to win this over to Bamba, now to Ling Guanda, to Xu Shengjie. Xu Shengjie moves up himself, and it's over to Liu Yuting now. Pass for to Yang Weijie, and there's the pass into Huang Guanda, who should have scored. He was offside anyway. It doesn't really matter. Kind of a poor finish by him. We're still waiting to really see him explode. Unfortunately, this free kick is headed away. Yang Weijie gets it again back to Menagong, over to Huang Guanda, and it wasn't a very good pass from Menagong, I'll tell you that. And so that attacking effort goes to waste. Zhou Hongyi passes this forward, and it's a poor pass from him as well. So we've had two really poor passes trying to move forward and trying to score this first goal. 20-something minutes in this match is not. We're not used to having no goals this late in a league match. Liu Yuting back to Menagong, over to Huang Guanda, and that should have been a goal, definitely. That ends up not being one, so we'll see what happens here in a second. And the ball just sort of rolls to their keeper, nothing doing. Let's see if we can get onto this again. Bamba runs back and grabs this over to Menagong, to Ling Guanda, back to Menagong, over to Liu Yuting. Liu Yuting forward over to Yang Weijie, and he gets the goal. That's his first of the season. He's onside, and so he's very excited. It's real funny. At the bottom, it says that he rushes over to the stands, and the fans are cheering for him. And then you look at the animation, he's just sort of standing there. I don't know why Football Manager has this stuff come up, right? But, sometimes it's pretty funny. That was a mistake by the keeper, by the way. It's not that Yang Weijie did anything good. It was just that their keeper was way, way out of position and didn't know if he was coming or going or what to do. He has the goal. And this is won here in the end by Liu Chunjie over to Ling Guanda. And, once you get one, it's pretty easy to get a second, right? Liu Chunjie with the ball again. Over to Huang Guanda. Huang Guanda down to Xu Shengjie, back to Liu Chunjie, over to Cotter Bamba. Bamba down to Zhou Hongyi, to Ling Guanda, back to Zhou Hongyi. And he's going to pass this back to Cotter Bamba again. Okay, Bamba to Xu Shengjie. And it's back to Bamba. I'm not sure why we're seeing this. Kind of faffing around in midfield. There we go. There's Huang Guanda, and he's going to pass in a second. You know that he wants to do that. Looking still to pass. Ling Guanda had a shot that was deflected by a defender. Otherwise, that would have gone in because the keeper was out of position. Zhou Hongyi goes back and wins that, and that's the end of that. So we'll take another look at this shot and this attempt that we had. Huang Guanda with the ball. Took it up forward, passed back here, and it was Ling Guanda who had it. Yeah, their keeper, it wasn't necessarily going to be a goal, but their keeper's momentum was kind of moving the wrong way. And it would have been a difficult save for him if that had gotten through. So not a bad idea. Here's Zhou Hongyi in the back with over to Bamba. Bamba just takes a shot, and that's almost a goal. And the keeper ends up grabbing that in the end. I'm not quite sure what happened because we kind of gave up on that one. So still 1-0 from Mars FC. We've had a couple weird things happen so far in this game. 1-0 to score, and we are 40-something minutes into it. There's the throw in for Chinese Petroleum. Xu Shengjie wins the ball over to Huang Guanda. Xu Shengjie looks great if it's not a team that's better than us, basically. Ling Guanda with it. That's what happens when you don't like big matches. Huang Guanda passes. No, he doesn't. He runs around his guy, and then it's Ling Guanda who should be offside. I think that flag was up. Nope, they're going to call that a goal. So that is a goal, 2-0 for Mars FC. I thought that the flag was up. I must have misseen it. Huang Guanda here does well and then passes over to Ling Guanda, and my computer is still having fun trying to process all of this information. So you can see a little bit of that stuttering coming back. We're still having problems with it, even with the shadows off. He was onside, pretty clearly onside, so that works pretty well for us in the end. And that does make this a 2-0 lead for us. There's a pass forward for them, and they should have had a goal back, and it just didn't happen. So we'll have to see what we have going forward here now. That really should have been a goal for Chinese Petroleum. I'm not quite sure why that was not. And I think the game has finally recovered here, so whatever I've done has made a difference. And so it is. We go into the dressing room. We're happy with how we dominated possession so far. That was good. Everybody's having a good match. Maybe Chen Jianliang probably should come out, but he usually has a poor match. And so we're doing all right. Xu Shengjie back to Bamba. Ling Guanda down to Liu Chunjie. And he goes back to Cotter Bamba. Xu Shengjie again. Passes this forward looking for Liu Yuting, and he's not quite fast enough to get onto that. But it goes back to Bamba over to Zhou Hongyi, now to Ling Guanda. Liu Yuting with it. And Liu Yuting is going to, he's going to cross over to Ling Guanda, whose shot is deflected, and so that means it's going to be a corner. And we have a chance to score right away. 2-0 for Mars FC here, right at the beginning of the second half. Menagong with the corner, and it's knocked straight back to him by their defense. And then this is knocked away and cleared in the end. So it remains 2-0, and we'll see what we can do if we get this ball back and get something positive moving the other way. And so we'll see what happens. Everybody on the bench looks complacent. Everybody on the field looks calm. A lot of good matches from most players. It's only Chen Jianliang who's not having a good one, and it's not, as I said, not much of a surprise. I'm not quite sure what the future is, by the way, for him, if we're going to have anybody come up from the youth team who can actually play in that position, or exactly what we're going to do. Huang Guanda with it. Down to Chen Jianliang, and that's a good pass by him to Yang Weijie. That really should have been a goal. And so Chen Jianliang shows that he can do good things from time to time. That was an incisive pass. Excellent. Very, very good work. And we're getting to that point where we get kind of tired at the end of the match. And Menagong has been injured. That's going to be pretty bad for us. So we're going to put Wang Xiangwei on. And the other one we have to worry about here is Cotter Bamba. It's going to be probably too late to take him off. We'll put Cai Yiting on. He's pretty tired as well. So we'll see what we can do. We're not doing a very good job of looking at fitness levels and things like that. It would be nice to have more players on the squad, honestly. I may have been a little bit too hasty in releasing a couple of guys who were upset with me. Here's Yang Weijie with the ball. Over to Huang Guanda. And Liu Yuting can't quite get onto it, so Wang Xiangwei does in the end, over to Zhou Hongyi. Ling Guanda, then Wang Xiangwei, and there was another attempt on goal. It wasn't a very serious one. Menagong, if he's injured, would miss the next match against that Mongolian team, which would be perhaps a problem for us. I'm not convinced, though, that it's a big issue. I think that we play well even if he's not out there, so we'll see what happens. He didn't have a good match in this one, that's for sure. Anyway, Mars FC wins 2-0, 1.47 RxG to their 0.27. They had 0 shots on target. Wu Jiaoan wasn't challenged at all, so it looks like he had a great game, and we had 60% of the possession. It's another day at the office. Talk to you later. Bye.